What if your dog has been trying to tell you something every single day? But because they don't use words, you've been missing it? Not because you don't love them. Not because you're a bad owner. But because nobody ever taught you what their quiet signals actually mean. Here is the truth most dog owners never hear. Your dog usually doesn't go from calm to aggressive in 1 second. They don't suddenly snap for no reason. They don't suddenly stop trusting you overnight. Most of the time, your dog has already spoken many times. A head turn. A lip lick. A yawn that seems out of place. A small step backward. A body that suddenly goes still. Eyes looking away. A tail that stops moving. These are not random movements. To your dog, these are words. And when those words are ignored again and again, your dog learns something painful. They learn that whispering does not work. So eventually, they have to get louder. That louder might become barking. It might become growling. It might become hiding. It might become chewing things. It might become shutting down. Or in the worst cases, it might become a bite. And then people say, I don't know what happened. He did it out of nowhere. But to the dog, it was never out of nowhere. They had been asking softly for a long time. So the thing your dog has been waiting their whole life for you to do is not buy more toys. It is not give more treats. It is not learn some perfect training method. It is this. Listen before they have to get louder. That is what changes everything. Because when your dog realizes their quiet signals work, they don't need to panic. They don't need to fight. They don't need to shut down. They don't need to escalate. They can trust you. And a dog who trusts you is not just obedient. They are relaxed around you. They choose to come close. They feel safe enough to be honest. So let's talk about the moments where your dog may be speaking to you, and what you should do differently. 1. Stop staring your dog down when they do something wrong. But many times, that is not guilt. That is appeasement. That is your dog saying, please calm down. Please don't make this worse. I am not a threat. And here is why this matters. If your dog learns that your eye contact can become pressure, they may start watching you with uncertainty. Not because they don't love you, but because they are trying to figure out which version of you is about to appear. The calm version, or the scary version. And a dog who is always trying to predict your mood cannot fully relax. So what should you do instead? Interrupt calmly. Remove the thing they should not have. Redirect them to what they can do. And later, fix the environment. If your dog keeps getting into the trash, the answer is not staring harder. The answer is making the trash harder to access. If your dog keeps chewing shoes, the answer is not emotional confrontation. The answer is putting the shoes away and giving them something appropriate to chew. Correction should teach. Fear only warns. Your dog has been waiting for you to understand that your calmness is not weakness. Your calmness is safety. 2. When your dog comes to check on you, let them finish. This sounds small. It is not small. Your dog walks over while you are sitting on the couch. They sniff your hand. They press their nose against your arm. Maybe they smell your face, your clothes, or your breath. And because you love them, your first instinct is to reach out and pet them. You scratch their head. You pull them closer. You say, "Hi baby, what are you doing?" And sometimes that is fine. But sometimes, your dog did not come over asking to be touched. They came over to gather information. Dogs understand the world through scent in a way humans never will. Your smell tells them things your words cannot. Your stress. Your mood. Where you have been. Whether your body feels calm or tense. So when your dog quietly comes over and sniffs you, they may be checking in. They may be asking, in their own way, "Are you okay?" And when you instantly turn that moment into a petting session, you may interrupt the sentence they were trying to finish. So try this. The next time your dog comes over quietly, don't immediately grab them. Pause. Keep your hands still. Let them sniff. Let them stand there. Let them decide what happens next. If they finish sniffing and walk away, let them walk away. If they lean into you, then pet them. If they put their head on your lap, then respond. But give them the chance to complete what they came to do. A lot of people think love means touching your dog whenever you want. But to your dog, love may feel more like this. I can come close, and you will not immediately take control of my body. That is trust. 3. Let your dog know when something difficult is coming. We do something to dogs all the time that we would never want done to us. We change their world without warning. A new baby arrives. A new pet comes home. A family member leaves. You move houses. Your work schedule changes. You suddenly start leaving for longer hours. A stranger comes to stay. Their sleeping place changes. To us, these things come with context. We know why they are happening. We know if they are temporary. We know what comes next. Your dog does not. To your dog, life may simply change overnight. And then we say, they'll adjust. Sometimes they do. But adjustment still costs them something. Stress. Confusion. Restlessness. Clinginess. Changes in appetite. New behaviors that look like disobedience, but are really insecurity. So when you know change is coming, give your dog a bridge. If you are moving, let them smell boxes slowly. Keep their bed available. Bring familiar blankets to the new place. If possible, let them explore the new environment before everything changes at once. If a baby is coming, let them hear baby sounds at low volume. Let them smell baby items. Practice new routines before the baby arrives. If your schedule is changing, start shifting the routine gradually. Your dog does not need a long explanation. They need consistency during transition. They need familiar smells. They need predictable feeding. They need calm leadership. They need you to remember that change is not neutral for them. 4. Let them say no. This is the one most owners miss. Your dog has a vocabulary. Not words. Body language. Posture. Movement. Distance. Microsignals. And within that vocabulary, they have a clear way of saying, not right now. I don't want this. Please stop. The head turning away. The lip lick. The slight lean back. The unexpected yawn. The body that goes still instead of soft. These are not random. These are sentences. And most owners do not just miss them. They override them. A child wants to hug the dog, and the dog's whole body is saying, please don't. But the owner says, go ahead, he loves it. A stranger reaches for the dog's head, and the dog moves behind the owner. But the owner says, sorry, he's shy, and does nothing. A grooming session becomes too much, and the dog keeps giving small signals. But the owner keeps going because it needs to be done. Every time this happens, your dog learns something. Their communication does not work. The signals they send do not change anything. And over time, a dog who learns that quiet signals do not work may stop sending them clearly. Or they may get louder. This is where trust is either built or broken. Try the 3-second test. Pet your dog for 3 seconds. Then stop. Do not pull them back. Do not keep touching because you want to. Just stop and watch. If your dog leans back in, nudges your hand, moves closer, or puts their head under your hand, they are probably saying, yes, keep going. But if they turn away, move back, lick their lips, freeze, or simply do nothing, then maybe they are saying, that's enough. And that is not rejection. That is communication. A dog can love you deeply and still not want to be touched in that moment. A dog can trust you and still need space. A dog can be friendly and still not want a stranger's hand on their head. When you respect that, something powerful happens. Your dog learns that saying no works. And a dog whose no is respected does not need to shout. They do not need to growl as quickly. They do not need to hide as much. They do not need to snap to create distance. Because the early signal worked. That is not a dog being spoiled. That is a dog who feels safe enough to tell you the truth. 5. Be the same person every day. Not perfect. The same. Your dog does not need you to be endlessly patient. They do not need you to never have a bad day. They do not need constant entertainment or perfect training. What they need is to be able to predict you. Dogs feel safer when they understand patterns. When food usually comes around the same time. When walks happen with the same patience. When rules do not change depending on your mood. When your voice does not suddenly explode over small things. When your hands are usually gentle. When your response to their signals is usually fair. A dog living with an unpredictable person may still love that person, but they may not fully relax around them. They are always monitoring. Is today a good day? Is this safe? Can I come close? Will I be pushed away? Will I be yelled at? Will my signal be heard? That kind of monitoring is exhausting. And the version of your dog you want most, the soft version, the trusting version, the relaxed version, can only come out when their nervous system believes it is safe to stop watching so carefully. Consistency builds that safety. And here is the good news. If you have made mistakes, you have not ruined everything. Maybe you have yelled. Maybe you have missed signals. Maybe you forced a hug when your dog did not want one. Maybe you laughed when your dog was uncomfortable because you did not know better. That does not mean you failed. It means now you can repair. Repair does not happen through one dramatic apology. Your dog does not need a speech. Repair happens through the next small moment. The next time you pause before touching. The next time you stop when they turn away. The next time you protect them from a stranger. The next time you stay calm when something goes wrong. The next time you notice the lip lick, the yawn, the frozen body, the step backward. That is how trust is rebuilt. Moment by moment. So if you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. Your dog is always talking. Not with words. With their body. With distance. With stillness. With leaning in. With leaning away. With the little signals most people miss. And your job is not to control every signal. Your job is to listen early. When your dog turns their head, listen. When they lick their lips, listen. When they move behind you, listen. When they come over to sniff you, let them finish. When they step away, let them have space. When their world is about to change, help them prepare. When you make a mistake, repair it with consistency. That is what your dog has been waiting their whole life for you to do. Not to be perfect. Not to know everything. Not to become a professional trainer overnight. Just to notice. To pause. To respect the quiet no. To protect their space. To become someone they can predict. Because the more your dog believes their quiet voice matters, the less they have to get loud. And the safer they feel with you, the more of their real self you get to see. The relaxed dog. The trusting dog. The dog who chooses you not because they have to, but because being near you feels safe. That is the relationship every dog deserves. And it starts with one simple change. Listen before they have to get louder. If this video made you think of a moment you may have missed before, tell me in the comments. Was it the head turn? The lip lick? The sudden yawn? The frozen body? Or the moment your dog walked away and you followed? And subscribe, because once you learn to hear what your dog has been saying all along, life gets better for both of you.